Good morning. You're watching the Daily Roar for Friday, February 5th. I'm Valentino.
And I'm Sam. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't forget to stay off the theater platform outside the 400 building. It's an outdoor stage for the upcoming performance of Romeo and Juliet. The platform is for theater use only. Unauthorized students found on it will face disciplinary action.
Thanks to the African American Culture Club for finding these videos to help us here at the Daily Roar to recognize Black History Month.
In the early 1900s, an oil boom in Oklahoma made Tulsa a real estate magnet. Unwelcome in the city's downtown, enterprising Black entrepreneurs built up the neighborhood of Greenwood into a booming community. Sadly, the Negro Wall Street, as it was called then, would become the casualty of fraught race relations.
In May of 1921, a young black man entered an elevator where a young white woman was the elevator operator. They were in the elevator alone and someone heard her scream. He was accused of accosting her.
The young man was arrested and taken to the courthouse for holding. When Black Tulsans in Greenwood heard that a lynch mob of white people was gathering at the courthouse, they headed there to defend the young man. In the middle of a tense standoff, a single gunshot rang out. The residents of Greenwood retreated, but that didn't end the tension. The next day, thousands of white people descended, looting Greenwood's businesses and setting fire to homes. Black residents fought back. The National Guard arrived, imposed martial law, then arrested nearly half of Greenwood's population.
This became known as the Tulsa Race Riot, one of the most violent race riots in our nation's history.
The young man was released from the courthouse after the riots ended. The charges against him were dropped when the elevator operator failed to appear at court. Shockingly, nearly 80 years would pass before an official report would be commissioned. The report found that more than 1,200 homes had been burned, and it estimated that up to 300 people had been killed, the overwhelming majority Black. Recently, a typewritten eyewitness account of the riot, donated to the Smithsonian, described airplanes dropping firebombs from the sky, Black people being gunned down in the streets, and it posed the question, is the city in conspiracy with the mob? Those who survived faced homelessness and the daunting task of attempting to rebuild in a city that didn't want Greenwood and all that it symbolized. Slowly, Greenwood's residents recovered, though the Black Wall Street never returned to its glory days, and memories of the violence continue to haunt descendants even to this day. A full century later, some are still searching for the dead.
Flag football tryouts begin at 3:30 today. No experience is required to try out. Practices will be on Mondays and Wednesdays, with games on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Follow the team's Instagram account, which is at LNHSFlag, for more information.
This is gonna be one of those kind of games to record, isn't it? Mario Kart Wii is the sixth installment in the Mario Kart series. Released in 2008 for the Nintendo Wii, it is one of the biggest phenomena in the kart racing genre, and is still one of the most widely speedrun games in the series. Mario Kart Wii is my favorite Mario Kart game, and it's also my favorite kart racer. Growing up, I used to enjoy playing this with my friends all the time. We had a blast sitting there on the couch together for hours on end, seeing who could race the fastest. None of us could ever beat the CPUs, but we came close a few times. The speedrunning community for this game is crazy though. It is widely accepted to be the weirdest speedrun there is in any of Mario Karts. For starters, there's Super Ultra Cuts, which is essentially lining up across the lines of each of the stages to get a lap time without actually having to complete a lap. While this is part of the any percent category only, categories where cheating is allowed, it is still a really interesting thing to witness, and I highly suggest you look it up and watch it after school hours.
Girls basketball plays for a district championship tonight at Oak Ridge. The boys team play at Harmony. Good luck to all the Lions competing today. I'm Sam.
And I'm Valentino. Today's quote is by Maya Angelou. It's time for parents to teach young people that in diversity there is beauty and there is strength. Have a fantastic weekend, Lions.